Because when you hit the dead end, you know you're only one step away from the deliverance. And you know when you hit Good Friday, you're really, really close to Easter Sunday. We'll talk about all those different steps. Now we're going to start the beginning, the best part of it all. I want to talk about dreams. Do you have a dream? Dreaming is something not enough people do anymore. Maybe because we're cynical. Maybe because we are jaded. Maybe because, there's no app that does it for us. For whatever reason, people don't dream enough anymore. And when I say dream, I'm not saying dream of, one day I'm going to have a big house. Oh, that's a great dream. Or one day I'm going to drive the coolest car. Or one day I'm going to be the richest man. I'm not talking about those kind of dreams. I'm talking about God kind of dreams. A wise person once said that there are no great people in this world. There are only ordinary people who are committed to great dreams. I believe that. The people who have done great things in this world aren't any more talented or naturally gifted than a lot of other people who do nothing. But what they are is they are committed to great dreams. You look at someone like Mother Teresa. We were chatting about Mother Teresa in the car right up here together. Okay? Mother Teresa. We're not saying she's the smartest person. We're not even saying that she's the strongest person, clearly. But what she was committed to a great, great, great dream. And she was committed to that dream. She had a dream. She was committed to it. She said, this is what God wants me to do. This is what God wants me to achieve. And she committed her whole life to it. And no matter what the cost. And that's why at the end of her life, she could say she accomplished something great for the Lord. Why? Because she started with a dream. Dreams give us a sense of purpose and a reason for our existence. If you don't have something that you're aiming for, you're just kind of existing through life. Your life becomes purposeless, meaningless, and you find yourself often lacking motivation. And this is one of the biggest problems when you find young people and those young people are straying away from the church. Let me give you a little secret. The young people who stray from the church is not always because they don't love God or they don't want to know God. That's what we think, that's just what we say, but that ain't true. It's because they haven't discovered a purpose, a motivation. What keeps us oftentimes, especially like the guys, is like we like a challenge, an adventure, something that we're aiming for. But if the goal is just go to church and say a prayer just for the sake of, then oftentimes we find ourselves straying because we don't see purpose. The two most important things in life, believe me, the most important thing in life is you know God. Number one, without a shadow of a doubt. You have a relationship with God. You know your Maker. You have a relationship, a living relationship with God. But then the second most important thing after that is you know God's dream for your life. Too many of us do one without two. We enter that relationship with God. We love God. But we never take the time to figure out, what does God want for my life? I'm going to show you a verse here. A verse that I like very much is Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. It says, "For I know the plans that I have for you." But actually, I'm going to change one verse. I'm going to change one word in this verse. Okay? Maybe your grace will give me permission to take a little liberty here. Okay? And if not, I'll be excommunicated probably afterwards. Okay? I'm going to change one word. I'm going to change plans. I stopped using the word plans. Okay? I don't think God has plans for us. I'm going to say God has dreams for us. Plans are like, I have plans to go to Home Depot after church today. Plans are like I have plans to mow the lawn when I get home. Okay? Plans are like plans. But God doesn't have plans. God has dreams. God has dreams for our life. It says, "For I know the dreams, plans that I have for you, declares the Lord. Dreams to prosper you, not to harm you. Dreams to give you a hope and a future." What I'm saying is, I as a father, I got two kids. I got Michael and I got Elizabeth. Man, I've got plans for my kid's life. I got dreams for my kid's life. I want my kid to be the best. My kid right now is trained, Michael. Okay, Michael's the boy. He's very well behaved. Lizzie's the other. You ask my boy Michael, what do you want to be when you grow up? Michael says, he says one of two things, okay? Either a missionary, or a football player, okay? And to be honest, I'm good with either one, to be honest, okay? As long as it's not a cowboy or something like that, okay? As long as it's the Redskins, okay, I'll be okay. I found out there's some Cowboys fans here. Is that true? Y'all are lucky you did not tell me that before. Man, I got dreams. I want my kids to say, what do you want to be? And I say, oh, son, hopefully, you get a job and you stay off of welfare. That's my plan for your life. Stay off of welfare. Come on, man. Like, I had dreams. I had dreams. When my boy tells me he's ready to get married, I'm saying, I want you to have the best marriage, with the best wife, with the best kids, with the best. He's my kid. He's my boy. I got dreams for him. But some of us, when it comes to God, okay, God, what do you want from me? And we think God wants us, wake up early and go to church. And don't sleep during the prayer. And obey your mother. And come on. God has dreams. Like, you think I had dreams? God didn't have dreams? God has dreams for us. And you know what it says specifically? My favorite word here? I underlined it. For you. If you study the Hebrew, okay, English is different than most other languages. English, okay, you is like you plural and you singular. Alright, so if I say, not for me because I would just say y'all, okay, but I'll try not to say y'all, okay. You is plural and singular. So if I say, I have something for you, okay, whereas if I said, I have something for you, it's the same word. Does that make sense? So I have something for you, same as I have something for you. But not here. Okay, most other languages, okay, there's a difference between the you singular and you plural. But English, unfortunately, there isn't. So this you is not, hey guys, I got great dreams for you. No. Forget all these guys. I don't care about them. Man, I got a dream for you. For you. And just for you. And it's got your name on it. And it's got your thumbprint on it in case anyone tries to steal it. And it's just specific for you and for your life. And it's so much more than just go to heaven when you die. And I feel like that's how a lot of us live. Just go to heaven when I die. Is that really it? Is that all God wants? God wants it. I'm saying, I agree. That's why I said the most important thing, you have a relationship with God. I agree. That's the most important. But then what? And just be miserable for 80, 90 years on earth? Do nothing with your life? Or God has something He wants you to accomplish with your life? A dream. I want to talk today about dreams. And what we're going to do here today, this morning at least, something which is against my nature. We're going to be very impractical. We're going to be very unrealistic. We're going to be very, very not bogged down by details. We're just going to dream. Just dream. We'll get to the details. But don't start with the details. God didn't start Abraham by saying, okay, how many kids can you have before you die? No. Just dream. Just look at the stars. See all those stars? Hey, don't they look nice? That's going to be you. What I want to talk to you about is how to discover your dream. And it's going to be a nice little acronym for us. DREAM. D-R-E-A-M. Okay? A little acronym for us. Talk to us about how we go through the process to discover that dream that God has for us. Number one, or not number one, D, first step, is I dedicate all my life to God. I dedicate all my life to God. Now here's the weird thing. It's kind of backwards. We want it to be like what we would think is, you make me the offer, and then I sign or don't sign. But that doesn't work out with God. God says, sign, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. See the difference? We say, okay, God, I'm willing to be all yours, but just tell me, what do you want from me? I said, nah. You give me everything, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do with you. Romans chapter 12, verse 1 and 2. It says, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable. Acceptable means like pleasing to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. How do you know that good and acceptable means like pleasing, okay? How do you know that good and acceptable and perfect will of God? How? How do you know it? What do you have to do? What does God say? God always does it, by the way. Every promise in the Bible, promise, condition. Promise, condition. No blank checks from God. God says, okay, this is what I'm going to give you, but this is what you got to do. What do you got to do? In one word. What does it say? Offer. You offer, I give you will. You offer, I give you dream. You tell me, God, I am yours 100%. God says, really? That's great. Come on, let me show you what I'm going to do with you. We don't like it that way. We like it, it's a consumer mindset. Okay, God, let me see all the different plans that you got. Okay, I'll choose this plan. Okay, what is this one going to cost me? You know, and we choose kind of the one that fits. We're willing to pay this, so we kind of choose the plan that fits us. That's not God. God isn't a cell phone plan. God is, you give me everything, I show you my dream for your life. You must offer to God your entire body. You know why he says body? Like, I always wonder why God didn't say offer your hearts. Why? Why do you think God didn't say offer your hearts? Why offer your bodies? You ever think about it? Why? Okay, you might be persecuted. You know what offer your hearts is? Okay, God, I offer you my heart. Okay, let's go out to the club. My heart is with you, Jesus. Yes, my heart is with you as I'm doing all these funny things. Heart, you can fool yourself. The Bible says the heart is deceitful above all else. Yeah, God, no, and every one of us. If I asked you right now, actually, not even ask you, if I go out there and ask all the people around this campus, whose heart is with God? Oh, yes, my heart. And that's what we say whenever we find a bad person. We say, oh, he may be bad, but he's got a really good heart. Oh, yes, oh, makes me cry. He's got a good heart. Heart, what's heart? Okay? That's like intangible. It's something that's like, we can fool ourselves. I said, don't give me your heart, give me your body. Body? Yes. That means offer your eyes to me. They belong to me, not to anyone else. Your hands, those are mine too. Don't let them touch stuff that I don't want to touch. Your feet, don't let your feet take you places that I don't take. Offer your feet to me. Offer your mouth to me. Offer your ears to me. Offer your whole body, including your heart. God will only bless the areas of your life that you offer to Him. You want God to bless your time? Offer your time to God. You want God to bless your talents? Offer your talents to God. You want God to bless your relationships? Offer your relationships to God. God won't bless an area that isn't offered and dedicated solely to Him. First step, and I already know that y'all took this step, okay, but just in case there's someone who's still thinking about it. You offer your whole life to God. And everyone here knows today, you're not just here listening to some talks, and you're not just here because you're looking for a good weekend, you want to go to some cool college campus and sit without the air conditioning for a couple days. You're here because your life belongs to God, and you're 100% His. And if you can't say inside your heart, God, I'm 100% yours, God, and I'm not saying, again, I'm not being practical. Don't be practical right now. Because we all sin, we all make mistakes, we all struggle. I'm the first one. So I'm not saying, God, I'm never ever going to make another mistake again. But I'm saying, God, I'm yours. Like, I live for you, nothing else. If you can't say that, the rest of the talk, the rest of the weekend, probably not going to get too much out of it. The other thing he says here, the other command, first command was offer. Second command is do not be conformed to this world. Why? What does being conformed to this world have to do with knowing the will of God? Do I know the answer to that? What causes us to miss God's perfect will for our life more than anything else? It isn't sin. That's what we say. It's not sin. You know what it is? Most of the times we're not looking for it. You know why? Because we're looking for another dream. God offers His dream. But oftentimes we get